How we doing? It's Mailman Nick. Follow me on Instagram at NickVenti. If you enjoy this content, please give me a thumbs up. Don't treat me like a 204B over here. And obviously, these are my own thoughts and opinions. I will not speak on behalf of the Postal Service. So today is a beautiful day, sunny. I love the summer. The sun on my skin, I love it. It's technically spring, but this is summer weather. I love it. I can't wait to maybe eventually move somewhere where it's warm year round because I can't stand the winter. Love the summer. But today's my day off. I'm relaxing. Gonna go do something in a little bit. But somebody commented on my video, and I'm mad at myself because I should have screenshot or something because I don't remember what video they commented on. But they asked me a lot of common questions because they're being hired on as a PTF, and I'll just answer some of them based off memory because I get these same questions all the time, so I try to answer them. So one of the questions was, how long does it take to become regular? So PTF your career, but you're not a regular yet. You're basically a glorified CCA. Once you make regular, that all depends on openings. So, for example, if somebody quits, if somebody retires, if somebody gets fired, which that's very rare. People getting fired here. You have to do something really bad, and illegal to get fired here. But if all those happen and openings start to open, it goes by seniority. So let's say you're the top PTF. There's no unassigned regulars because unassigned regulars top PTFs. So I got turned over to unassigned regular. I think it was because it had something to do with they didn't convert me in a timely fashion, or that, or because we had open routes already that should have been up for bid that weren't. So it was me and three other carriers all became unassigned regular. But an unassigned regular is basically a regular without an assignment, their own route, their own string of routes that they do if they're a T6. But being a regular, it all depends on openings and seniority. So if it took me, well, it took me a little before. Hold on. So I converted last September. I hit my 3 year mark at the end of last year. So it took me almost 3 years to become regular. But let's say in an office like my brother's currently at, it might take him 10, 12 years to make regular. So it all depends on openings. Because the reason why is because he's in a small office. So 6 routes, that's only six plus, like, I think they only have one T6. So it's like 7 carriers. They're all young. It'll take them a long time to retire. So there won't be a lot of openings. So like in my office, I started off at around 11 or 12 CCAs on the seniority list. And it took me a little less than 3 years to make it because we had carriers transfer, we had carriers retire, things of that nature. So it all just depends on openings. And you could all just ask carriers and look at ask them about the seniority list, ask them how much people are ahead of you and stuff like that. That's all stuff you could find out when you get to your office. Then he asked me, well, I don't know if it was a guy or girl now. Commenter asked me, how much walking routes are there, or are you going to be driving or walking? Because that all depends on the area too. There's a nice area that's right next door to the in-town routes that we do, and it's all mounted. They do 2 offices. It's all mounted. Businesses and curbside. But let's say in my office, I haven't drove in. I have driven here and there because they have me switch vehicles or whatever. But I was on a hold down on 18, had a ProMaster, and my extra had, obviously they can't give me driving for the most part. So even they would give me City 9, and City 9, it's mostly businesses and walking on the beginning, but there's a long cul-de-sac where it's mounted, but I have to walk it. So I've been walking for more than half my time with the post office, and my knees and legs definitely feel it. So it all just depends on the area and the office that you're in, because there could be an office that's all mounted, there could be an office that's all walking. And from what in my area, the walking routes are more in the older areas. Once you get in like the new development or like the newer areas and the nicer areas too, they tend to be more mounted in my area anyway. But that all just depends on the area. If you're gonna be walking, if you're gonna be driving, there's apartments, there's cluster boxes, there's businesses. It just all depends on the area and what's out in the station you're going to. I've actually had It's crazy because people see that I work for the post office. I got this YouTube channel. People who uh, I went to high school with. In the past month, I've had over 5 people from high school message me, "Hey, how do I get in the post office? How do I do this and do that?" Because they see me talking about it. People are catching on to, it's a job where you don't need a college degree to get into, and it has good benefits and a lot of overtime and things like that. So I have a few people hitting me up that I haven't spoken to, and I haven't been in high school in 11 years, so it's been a minute. But because I'm trying to remember these questions from memory because I couldn't find the video that they asked me. But it was like the regular, how long does it take to become regular, or the walking, um, and what's the worst parts of the job? Like the worst parts of the job, you know, I I try not to bash management on here because obviously, if I'm just like constantly bashing, my employer, they're gonna say something. But the worst parts that people say are management and the weather, because in the weather, like here in Illinois, the weathers get below 30 degrees. The summers get over 100 degrees. Uh, it rains a lot. It all depends on your area too. Like I said, a lot of these questions that I get, it's basically based on your area. So if you're applying to a town, maybe go drive through it, see what they got. If they got the mailboxes on the houses, then there's gonna be some walking routes. If they're on the street, they're gonna be driving. Um, you know, it's it all depends on the area. Like I have so many people message me every day from all states, all 50 states. Everybody, even Puerto Rico and England, I think message me too. And like I get messages from all over the world, and it's all lot. Some of the stuff is all the same, but there are differences. Like some people, like our CCAs don't work Sundays. It's our ARCs. Our ARCs work Sundays. Our CCAs don't. Um, but other offices they do. Like I was going to get my pizza from I was in Harvey at the time, and I saw a Metris, somebody driving a Metris. So other stations work Sundays, but my office, if you're a CCA, you don't work Sundays, you don't work holidays. But some offices, I think most offices do. And then another guy messaged me saying that they're combining offices, so he might be sent out to like 8, 9 different offices. I think it was in Oklahoma City. I think he said. I get messages all the time, but and that's what's nice because I have all these different people from around the world telling me how it operates in their part of the world, so I could give better info on these videos because I have all these references to refer to how things are run, how things operate, and things like that. So, if I'll start, I could just go through my DMs and make video ideas, and that's probably what I'll do because it'll definitely be beneficial to the new people, especially the people from I haven't talked to in years in high school who, stumbled upon well, they see my Facebook post or whatever, and messaged me and reached out. So, hopefully this video was helpful. I'm about to go karting. Let's get it. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.